Hello fellow Booknerds and welcome to another lit news video. This is that time of the month when we wind up all of the different lit news that happened which really intrigued us. And to begin with, how can I start without mentioning the Nobel Literature Prize that's going on right now? And we have just had 10 of the winners announced, and I don't really have the time to tell you which 10 winners they are because it's a very long list. But one thing I can tell you is the diversity this time made me very happy, because there's one person from Poland, one from France, one from the USA, one from Belarus, one from China. It's just all over the world, and that made me really happy. And do check out the Nobel Prize for Literature winners because it's really interesting. And sticking to that theme, did you know that Rabindranath Tagore was actually the very first Indian and non-European who won the Nobel Prize for Literature? This really astounded me, and how did I come to know about this? It's through the second news I'm going to talk about, which is the Nobel Prize Twitter account, which posted this photograph on their page, which is a 1913 image, in which it's a photo of Rabindranath Tagore, who was the winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature, and they had just paid a tribute to him because he was the very first Indian who won it. And it made me so happy to see it because it was taken in 1913, guys. That's like so long ago. So this was posted ahead of the announcement of the 10 winners, which again was really nice. And they had tweeted one of his verses. I'll just read it out loud. "The butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough." They had mentioned this and described it as sensitive, fresh and beautiful, which there's no other way I can describe Rabindranath Tagore's writing, and it's really interesting to see this being put out there. And speaking of literature festivals, Jaipur Literature Festival is coming out with its 16th edition coming January 19 next year, 2023. And this is going to feature so many Nobel Prize winners and Booker Prize winners who are going to come and give speeches and everything. The list isn't out yet as far as I saw, but definitely interested to see that because I'm sure they'll have a lot of insights to share. So definitely stay tuned for the Jaipur Literature Festival. And it's going to happen at Hotel Clark's Amer, Jaipur, and it was actually happening in a hybrid format last year, but this time it's strictly in person. So definitely be there because I have been to a few of them. They are totally worth it, guys, so definitely check it out. And speaking of something more situational, you guys know that Ponniyin Selvan Part 1 is out. It's going to be a 5-part movie by Mani Ratnam, and it's really interesting. I checked out the movie very recently, and immediately after I watched the movie, I picked up the books. Yes, most of them are available only in Tamil, and the best written versions are in Tamil, but a lot of English translations are also there, and what better time to pick it up than now? Just one thing I'll tell you, don't compare the books to the movies because they are totally different for a reason, and don't get blown away by the star cast. One thing I'll say is, Mani Ratnam thought people have already read the book. Since there are so many characters, he didn't waste time in setting up the foreground for that. He didn't introduce who the characters are. He didn't give them a backstory. He didn't waste time in any of that. He just jumped right in. So if you're going to watch the movie, so you're interested in knowing more about it, first get to know who the characters are. Try to hear summaries or extracts of the book to know who the characters are. It will really enhance your experience. Or, like I said, it's the ideal time to pick up the books. So definitely do that. And after that, going back to the literature festivals and book Madurai had a recent book stall that happened for, I guess, a period of 1 week, and it ended on October 3rd. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go there despite being in Chennai, which is quite close to Madurai. So they had about 200 stalls, and again, people were saying there's something for everyone here because there was a wide range of topics. Students from various different schools in Madurai went there, and it happened at a convention center at Tamukam ground, and it's like a tourist spot because people of all ages come there. There's something there for everybody. Of course, the food stalls, there are attractions to see around, people like street performers just performing. There were also so many people on wheelchairs. Like I saw quite a few photos. There's people of different age groups, even wheelchairs, even very young children who are going to the fair every day. Seriously, it's amazing to see all that. Another thing I want to mention is about how HarperCollins is planning to publish a book on Rani Mukherjee, who is one of the most iconic Bollywood stars. Like, my whole childhood was spent watching movies featuring her or watching interviews featuring her. She was one of the most iconic people in my childhood, and HarperCollins is going to be publishing a book based on her birthday. So Rani Mukherjee's birthday is on March 21st, 2023, and they are going to be publishing this autobiography or memoir per se on that day, and Rani Mukherjee just came out and she was talking about how difficult it is for her to write this book and how much like she went through to write it, and how it unfilteredly talks about her entire life, her journey in Bollywood, just everything she's gone through as a woman. And I can't wait to get my hands on it because it's one of the most unfiltered documentations ever. And you know how Bollywood is full of showbiz, and getting a clear account like this is really a dream. So hope you enjoyed that. Definitely let us know if you missed anything out which you really enjoyed that happened in September, and stay tuned for the next lit news coming very soon. Thanks for watching.